was with Best Buy just over 10 years. Was doing a lot of teaching of sales and tech-based sales, and really just was looking to get back into kind of the tech world, get back into an expanding demographic, and tech sales is huge right now. So I thought it was a perfect opportunity, timing-wise, to be able to switch gears a little bit. I looked at a few different ones that were out there, and there were a lot of different reputable classes and boot camps and schools and things of that nature. Honestly, it was just all the feedback was very positive, seems very hands-on, which thankfully it has been. Being able to have that open line of communication, especially going with like your advisors, your professors, etc. So like if I have a question, I know it's addressed quickly, and I'm able to get that and spin that around to whoever I can. So far, so good. Honestly, we've had weekly classes where it's very hands-on and role-playing and being able to get in-the-moment feedback, as well as right now, towards the end of it, we're starting to look into more, mock interviews and mock calls, things of that nature. So really getting to practice what we've been working on for the past 10 weeks. I do. And honestly, probably more so than if it was face-to-face. Right now, everything being remote, as it were, I still have the same access, if not better access, to a lot of the people that I would imagine having access to if this were a brick and mortar, sort of experience. But if anything, I think it being completely remote has opened up a lot of doors to be able to talk to a lot of different people. I think a lot of the utilization that we use through social media, things like that, has sort of, I don't want to say forced us to move into more of an online format, but a lot of the communication that we have through Slack, just going back and forth with the TAs and seeing, hey, can I get clarification on this? It's a different format altogether, but I think it's so much better and more relaxed than necessarily having to, go and sit in a classroom 100% of the time. Daunting, to be sure. Making a career change at any point in your life is difficult. I think part of what's made this a little bit easier is knowing that I have a decent support staff of people that are in aspects of the business and able to answer questions, especially the way that the industry is going up. I've done a lot of research into like e-commerce and things like that, and like I said, productivity. And so I think that there's a lot of opportunities still to be had. The career coaches have been great. I've done a lot of chatting with them back and forth, being able to get feedback, second set of eyes. Hey, if you wanted to tweak this on my profile, what would that look like? Or, what are some of the things that you look for as a recruiter or as a career coach? And those have been very helpful just to be able to get different perspective, see what I can change, see what I can help out with, and I think that's been fantastic. The biggest thing is, I think, something that probably comes easy to a lot of salespeople, and that's just keep an open mind and don't be afraid to talk to people and make a fool of yourself. As long as you're staying strong with those values, I think people will do fine. I think Springboard's got a lot of interesting people out there to be able to sort of course correct and guide. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that, there's nothing that I'm going to be embarrassed about. There's nothing that is different than the previous careers that I've had. I think sales is sales at the end of the day. And right now we're learning at such a fast pace of how to be able to exceed what the new dynamic is. And so I think so far, knock on wood, it's been awesome. You can take experience that you've had from any career, whether that be teaching, whether that be administrative, whatever that might be. Anyone who's got experience being able to communicate effectively with people. And just so happens, I love that in my experience that it also had tech, but I also was involved with being able to make smart decisions for people. So I'm hoping to put those two together into the next career step.